6505 Plus. This is an American-made Peavey, back before they started shipping them overseas. And I'm trying to kind of evaluate this thing. I got in the effects loop, I've got this zoom, chorus, delay, reverb, which is a handy little thing to have, especially on an amp like this that doesn't have any effects, but does have an effects loop. Running through a Marshall 212, 1922. And the issue, the amp actually sounds really good until, I mean, even on the ridiculous Distortosaurus, I mean, this thing is so loud it'll hurt you. It's 120 watts, massive monster amp. The only issue I'm running into is in this, almost sounds like feedback on the crunch, which is I guess it's built-in distortion. I don't know a lot about these amps, but doesn't change with the guitar, doesn't really change. Well, it does change with the pre. Almost sounds like a microphonic tube or something, so I'm going to dig into that and see what the problem is. Oh, there it goes. These preamp tubes. I can already tell you this one is not seated properly. Common complaint on all these Peavey amps, everything that is 5150 and derived from the 5150 are these ribbon cables that have a habit of kind of burning out because they're really not heavy enough for the voltages that are being run through them. This one doesn't look too bad. I'm not a big fan of the way these preamp tubes go in, simply because this board that these attach to is really thin. I mean, with the sunlight coming in through the window, you can really see right through the board. And when you're trying to put the tubes in, there's a little pad down there that's supposed to keep that from flexing backwards. There it is. But it doesn't really work because it doesn't make good contact. So maybe I'll try and do something with that, but it's riveted in. The cabinet on this is built really well. This is super heavy plywood, good joints. Super heavy plywood for the mount. Metal corners. I thought those were plastic, but they're not, they're metal. Really well-built cabinet. Here's the bias adjustment. You use your meter over here and you tweak it right there. So that is an adjustable bias. I've heard tell that these are not adjustable. That is not true. A lot of dust in this. Transformers on this thing are massive. Yeah, that has to be leaking. Yeah, I think those are leaking. Okay, so we're gonna get, let's just do all the caps. Let's do all the caps. And these little puffy bubs here, we'll do those because they're puffy. We'll just do all the caps. All right, snipped this first capacitor, filter cap, I think. And that was supposed to be a 22, and it is very much not. So I think we're stumbling into the right path here. The next one is reading good. That's supposed to be a 22. It's 22.9. That's within spec. That is capacitor C34. The first one I showed you was C33. Let's go on to see what this next one is. And the last one is supposed to be 47. We're reading 50. That's close, but like I showed you earlier, I mean, it was starting to leak, so we're gonna go ahead and replace that along with these other two and see if that cures our squealies. There they are. These three here have been replaced. These are F&Ts. I use F&Ts for one reason, which is that every single person that I respect that builds amplifiers and repairs amplifiers seems to trust F&T, so that's what I use. All right, kids, here we are with it kind of thrown in here with the patented dirty sock board insulator system. This ensures that I don't short out on anything in here while I'm just kind of test rigging this thing. With the pre cranked up, I was getting ridiculous squeal. Now I can actually adjust the pre. Just in case you're wondering the part number, I bought these capacitors from Tube Depot. Not the cheapest place to buy parts, but they got what you need. 22 500 volt F&T and a 47 500 volt F&T. That's what I used. That has definitely solved the squealy problem. I gotta put the grill back in, but that's about it. That is the clean sound on this, which I don't ever think you ever hear anybody demonstrate. This amp is known as the Metal Monster Face Melter. But it'll do kind of a clean thing. Probably not as sparkly and brilliant as a Fender. But I mean, if that's what you're after, go get a Fender. This is not a Fender. Now, of course, the problem with this amp was in trying to use the crunch feature of the clean channels. It has a rhythm and a lead channel. That's what its channels are called. And if you push to this crunch, it's a boost. It's a distortion pedal in an amp. You can get a pedal that gives you channel switching and crunchability. And before, when I was putting on the crunch, I would get this horrible squeal every time I hit crunch. Now when I hit crunch, I'm getting out of it are intentional. If we go over to the lead channel, so it does everything I need it to do, guys. So that's it, guys. If you're getting the squealies out of that, every time you hit the crunch button, check those filter caps and swap them out because they're older than dirt and they're probably dying. And it's what you need to do. Check in the description. I'll put the capacitor specs on there, and hopefully this will help you salvage a vintage amp. Talus. Sink your teeth into that.